here's my prediction for where the top quarterbacks in this upcoming draft class will land. Cam Ward, obviously the Tennessee Titans, he's going to go number 1, and this is the best spot for him. This is the team that needs a quarterback the most. Tennessee, with it being a lesser market, this is a team that nobody really talks about. Nobody really talks about the Tennessee Titans at all. You don't see it on First Take. You don't see it on any of the sports show. This is one of the lesser markets in the NFL. So Cam Ward obviously would bring attention to them. He would make them a team people talk about a lot more. He would bring them back to relevancy. He would be that playmaker, that elite player, that guy that's creating special things happening, a Mahomes type of, athleticism, a Mahomes type of playmaking ability, creativity. He would be must-see television. So adding him to Tennessee, that he would do so much good things for Tennessee. And yeah, Tennessee Titans would be back up. Might not be a great season for them in the win column, but I think overall, this will be an interesting season for them. And I think it will be because of Cam Ward. Had a great year. Calvin Ridley, maybe Restrepo, Kyle Williams, you add those two talented players. Harold Fannin Jr., maybe you add him in the mix. But I like some of the playmakers I already have, Pollard and Spears and Ridley. The tight end they have is pretty solid and underrated too. Brian Callahan, offense will look a lot better. Shedeur Sanders to the Cleveland Browns. This is the same offense that he ran in Colorado. Pat Shurmur, being his OC and play caller in Colorado, was a mentor for Stefanski. And when Stefanski was the quarterback's coach, Shurmur was the offensive coordinator in Minnesota, so they have ties together. It would be some things that Shedeur Sanders already has familiarity with, so I think that's a good landing spot for him, having that familiarity, having a coach that's going to get the most out of him, having a coach that works the best with, those pocket passers. I think, Shedeur Sanders would fit that scheme and fit that offense perfectly, and I think he would be exactly what Cleveland needs. The swagger, the confidence. He's that superstar quarterback. He has all the traits of that. The playmaking, elite pocket passer, the making throws in clutch time, the accuracy, being under the spotlight, being a franchise quarterback, that won't be nothing to him. His father's Deion Sanders. He's been in the spotlight his entire life. So I think he'll handle that very well. Jackson Dart to the LA Rams. I think this is a great landing spot for him. Under Matthew Stafford with Sean McVay, the coach that, is one of the best offensive minds in the NFL. Him finally having a quarterback that's an elite passer, also has that mobility to him. Could be a little Josh Allen. It would be dangerous. It would be a dangerous offense. Matthew Stafford, you don't know what his long-term plans are. You don't know if you're going to get him for the next 3 years or just 1 year. That he could retire after this season, depending on how it goes. So I think having an insurance policy at pick 26, getting Jackson Dart, that'd be great value for the Rams and a great backup plan for them. And I think sitting and developing, learning behind Matthew Stafford is a great start for Jackson Dart. He could benefit very well from that. He's one quarterback that could take pressure, get lit up, and still deliver a dart, a dime, the accuracy in the pocket, the ability to extend plays with his legs, throw on the run. He has some very good traits to him. Just has some stuff he needs to, work on, some fine tuning, a little development there. But Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford as guys to work with him and his support system. With the weapons too, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams too, who knows if he sticks around and finishes his career with the Rams. Those are good weapons for him to have. And an offensive line that's ascending and getting better and better every year. Jackson Dart to the Rams. Jalen Milroe to the New York Giants. This is a great landing spot for him. I think at pick 34, it makes sense. The Giants are still able to get Travis Hunter, and Jalen Milroe is a project quarterback, but it could pay dividends with a Brian Daboll. I think that's a perfect coach for him to work with, a coach that's had success already developing mobile quarterbacks, that's had success working with mobile quarterbacks. Danny Dimes, Vanilla Vic, won a playoff game with him, and just the traits that, Jalen Milroe has a strong arm. He's the fastest player on the field. Most of the time he's on the field. Maybe in the NFL things will be different, but he'll probably be the second or third fastest player on the field. 4.37 40-yard dash. He has the strongest arm in the draft too. Beautiful deep ball. Him throwing deep balls to Malik Neighbors and Travis Hunter would be perfect peak cinema, and sitting behind Russell Wilson, learning behind him, having Jameis Winston being a mentor to him, giving him advice, helping, him develop his game. I think it would do wonders for him to sit and learn 1 year, allow Russell Wilson to, play the season out, learn behind him, see him, how he processes his things, how he leads a football team. It'll be a great rookie year for him. As a passer, As a runner too, I think he's a better prospect than Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson went pick 3 to the Colts. I think there's still some hope for Anthony Richardson, but Jalen Milroe is getting a little more disrespect than he should. He's somebody that has the traits, can be a great passer, has a passing ability, just needs to be able to read defenses, needs to work on some things that he could improve on if he sits 1 year. Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.